What's up, guys? I'm welcome back to my channel. And today we are not going to do a reaction. Uh, Today's going to be more, I guess you can say, a discussion video because there are some things I want to talk about that's just going on in the world right now, and I really want to talk about it. And like I said, normally I would react to music or something. Like I said, they were going to something different. So I guess you can call it a discussion video, or I don't really know. I guess the best way to say it would be a discussion video. But anyway, my mom is here with me. Mom, say hi.
Hello, happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter, guys. So, what started is that I was looking through the news. I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, and he was talking about how celebrity culture was burning, and I was interested because celebrities, you always look at them as this big shining star in the sky, right? They're on top of the tower, they're on the top of the hill, they're the big guys. So it was kind of interesting when I saw that. And as I read through the article that he was talking about, it became very clear why. And of course, the whole thing has to do with what's going on now. I don't know if I can say it or not. Was it Covid-19? I think it was called. I don't know if I can say so, man. But what's going on right now, and how a lot of the celebrities, a lot of the people on top, as far as normal people or not famous people concerned, the fans are concerned, aren't doing enough, or are complaining about things that don't really matter, or like that seem like such as crazy to us. Because I know one of the things somebody talked about was like how Ed DeGeneres was going crazy in their houses, and how all these celebrities were posting pictures and stuff saying stay safe, do social distancing, which that's a great thing. But I think for me, hearing that is awesome. I love hearing people, especially our first celebrities, go out there and support. But at the same time, in the time where everybody is, let's just say, when everything is just down right now. Everything is down. People have lost their jobs. There's so much going on in the world right now because it's crazy. The world is, on its knees, I guess, for a better saying, because it's just happening all over the world. People are losing almost everything's closed. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck in your houses. So for me, when I was hearing them complain about it and complain about how, like how some of them were like going crazy in their storehouses, or how some of them are just like, posting these videos on social media of like I said, being safe and keeping distance. Like she said in the article, you can't help but like drift past what they're saying and look at their giant mansion in the background, right? Right, Mom?
Absolutely. And I don't think it's all coming from a standpoint of you have, I don't, or jealousy. I think it's right now more on the more emotional than that. I think that it's hard to see when you feel like possibly I may not be here next month, or I don't know, what's going to happen a month from now with everything, turned upside down. And then you see these people you see others who are going to be financially stable no matter what happens, either way. It is hard. And then some people, like you said, are fans of those, in entertainment business that have more. But a thought, has been, running through my mind as far, is that when it comes to people who do have more or able to help more than others, I was thinking about, like when South Africa, over 25 years ago, when they did the We Are the World, and it raised, awareness, and it raised money to help, that country.
They gave more than just their voices.
They gave more than just their voices. And I think it inspired people. It gave people hope. And it even inspired a lot of us, who weren't entertainers, or who weren't.
So I remember when I first heard a song, and I even, to be honest, as a kid, back then, I was like maybe like 12, 13, around that time, something like that. I wasn't really like paying attention to what's going on. I wasn't really up on social media like other kids, so I didn't know what was going on in South Africa. I had heard some things in the news about was it an earthquake that happened? That happened. And I remember seeing it, but I didn't really pay attention. It wasn't until I heard that song, and it had Michael Jackson, all the celebrities, and I was like, as a fan of Michael Jackson, as many celebrities, of course, that's when my interest picked up, and I was like, oh my god! And I heard this like beautiful song, and for me, like it not only did it inspire me, but it got me, information. It got me, to know what's going on with South Africa at the
Yeah,
time.
you. I think the one with the earthquake was Haiti.
So,
That was
yeah,
the one.
okay,
With
so
Haiti.
what was South Africa?
This one was with dealing with apartheid at the time, and
Yeah.
it raised so much awareness, but there was so much love circulating. But those, who most of those who did record that song were in a place to where they could do more. But I think now times have changed a lot since then. But it's when you listen to the words of that song, it's the
So
same
simple.
place. We are the world. Um, People are dying. It's we can only make a change if we stand together as one. And a lot right now because it has been such a global impact worldwide, and because millions and millions of people right here at home. We can't. Right now the inspiration and the hope needs to be here. It needs. We need to feel it more than we're feeling it. And I know that there are. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people that have a higher level income or that are wealthy because they're in the entertainment business or acting or whatever the
Or if
situation
you're
may
like
be.
you're
Business,
like a doctor or a
or a
lawyer,
lawyer, or you
anything.
own like Amazon, or
Oh,
you
just
own, your Google, your vice president of Google, whatever the case may be. It is more or less that I just feel like taking it more by community because there are so many people who can't benefit from a lot of the organizational help that is going on. I appreciate, I do appreciate the government with the stimulus payments because I believe so many that is going to help so many people. But at the end of the day, you got people who rents are higher than $1,200, and it's like okay, then they still have to get toilet paper and I mean just
And
speaking
food.
from a standpoint of my own self, just like us. I mean we're ordinary everyday people, but you went to the store to get some things that we need, and it was $1 and change
It
left.
was
And
a dollar, I
honestly,
believe, like 50
it was
cents.
like, well, you were thinking my mom may need it tomorrow, but someone asked you for that, and so you called me on the phone and
That's
you were
the funny
like,
thing.
Mom.
He even asked. I happened to see him. He was holding up a sign and he was talking about how bad clothes age like he was a homeless person. Because guys, while it's really bad for people at home, it's really bad for people who have nowhere to go because they have a way to protect themselves or a way to keep them safe, and they have nowhere to go. And it's such a time where everybody's so scared. Even people who are out there volunteering, like, are still like I've heard stories of people being rude to them
Or
and
like,
people being scared
or like
and
they want to help, but it's like step back.
step back. Yeah,
The disconnect. Even though we are going through this, I think too there needs to be some healing as far as the disconnection. Okay, yes, we have to practice social distancing and we have to stay safe. I'm in full agreement with that because people are dying and we don't want that. We want everyone to be safe. We want. We hope more and more people will recover versus dying. But just from a standpoint of us dealing with ourselves, and we're not coming from a point like we have it all together because we're in the same boat as a lot of other or people who aren't making six figures or who aren't wealthy or who aren't doing this now. We have three people in our own household who have lost jobs, and we don't. We're still. We have the same issue going on. Are we still going to be in this place 2 months from now or 1 month from now? But still, for us and the way that I have raised you guys, it's always we think about other. It's nice to it. It's nice to think about other people. It's nice to give a helping hand. It feels good to give a helping hand. It feels good to take the focus off ourselves right now and put it on other people. But that's something that we've always loved to do. But even more so now. I mean, I think about little things. People struggling financially. How they have to get. What about their pets? They have people own pets. They have committed pets. Um, if they don't have money, if they're struggling between toilet paper and bread, I got to feed my pet. I just think about little stuff like that, and I just feel like if more and more people that made these big figures, we have millions of people in our country who are millionaires, billionaires in every area of business. NFL, entertainment, all if how about if taking community by community, pushing more help in the community. Because there are some communities who aren't benefiting from this big organization that you've given money to. Because honestly, you got single parents with young children, who are struggling right now to try to get to a food bank. They don't have a car, so how are they going to get there? And then with this limited transportation right now, everything is limited. Things are delayed. I was just, have walking to the store to get something we need. And a lady that I say we stayed at a hotel. She was the breakfast lady, and I saw her. She said hi. She remembered who I was. She's walking with her grandchild, and I mean, she just wanted to talk. But during the conversation, she was like, "I don't understand what's going on. I filed an appointment like in March she was like, but I'm so broke. And we all understand that there's so many millions and millions of, people who've had to apply for unemployment
It's not
benefits
just America; it's
all over
all
it's
it's all
global.
over the
So, and
world.
I understand that too, because they can only, it's not like they have 10 hands. They have two hands and
Mhm.
they have to serve millions of people. But at the same time, people are struggling financially, and I think I'm seeing more of an impact in communities versus globally. Like, I know people are benefiting from organizations in different states, different places. But when I see everyday communities, there are a lot of people struggling that don't seem to have immediate access to that help that they need. And I'm just thinking, I would, and I'm being personally for myself, if you're a millionaire and you may live in Hollywood right now, but at one particular time you lived in New Jersey or
A
you lived
lot of
in
these
Florida.
rappers. I mean, we can bring up 50 Cent. We can bring up Eminem. Like all these people have these backstories of how they grew up,
Right.
like in the poor, in the
Exactly.
ghetto, and they had to struggle and climb to get to where the top is. Like, you remember what it was like being like poor, being known back then, being like at the bottom of society. Which I don't even like saying the bottom, but like, at a lower point in your life. And now it's at the top. It's like, you have the ability to help now, to be able to give back to people who are in the same place that you were so long ago. And like I said, we have more billionaires in this country than any place, any other country in the world.
Exactly.
Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, like they.
And I know they're probably doing things on a more global level. I know they're probably doing things that we aren't aware of, but that's the whole point. I think everyday people want to see more awareness. Like when you did the We Are the World video, that was something we could look at every day, just right in our living room. I'm being honest, versus looking at people telling us stay safe, but you're telling us to stay safe in a mansion that you've already paid for, whereas we're living, we don't know, we're going to have our home from one month to the next, when it's all said and done. But it's not. I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong. It's I love to look at people when they showing like,
People succeed.
yeah,
We love to see people
because
succeed.
that's what we're
That's
all
what we're
about.
about.
Everybody wants to succeed in wherever they want to go. Everybody is not meant to be a millionaire. Everybody is not going to be a millionaire, and it doesn't. That shouldn't make a difference. But it is hard for when you're in the times you are now. I think it's hard for anybody to who don't know who's lived paycheck to paycheck. Some people live paycheck to paycheck, and it doesn't bother them that someone else is a millionaire and they're not. They're not.
They just
But
have what they need. They're
they just have
comfortable
what
with
they
that.
need and they're comfortable with that. Then there are some of us, of course, it's always the goal is to, strive for more just so that you can lend a helping hand to someone else. At the end of the day, though, when you see someone who's financially stable, especially when we're going through an epidemic like this, when, everything is, when we're at a crisis, we're in a state of a country we're in a crisis mode right now. It's not easy to flick on your TV and then you see someone telling you, stay safe, I'm safe, I'm here, or we're looking at, $1 million home. And
Yeah,
it's like, this is going to be my $1 million home when this is
it's
over. And we're saying, okay, when this is over, we hope we have a home. But at one particular time, we were so into like supporting you and supporting your, whatever field of entertainment was. It's not just about music. There's so many different
there are,
fields of
yeah,
entertainment. But
too.
there's also people who have 6, 7 figures, 8, 9 figures who didn't get it from entertainment business. You have real estate investing and this and that.
Medicine.
And
You
you
have
have so many different areas. There are so many people who are not going to be affected like the millions that will be. The local businesses that's had to close. I think about, like you were saying this morning, stores that's been in the neighborhood for generations. The grandfather had it, then the great grandfather, then the grandfather, then the father, and
like
now
it was
they're
around. It
closed.
was around like when you're like, I don't know if I would say ancestors, but it's been like since your family has been where they lived at for years. All those little, cause like as big as companies as like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, these big restaurants, Olive Garden, Applebee's, it's really the small businesses that make up America. It's these small mom and pop businesses. It's the local pizza shop. It's the local pizza shop around the corner. The local candy stores. The local ice cream shop. Anything. The gas station. The barber shop down the street that you go to every day to get your cut. It's businesses like those are gonna be affected. McDonald's and stuff. They're still making money now. They're still open. They're gonna
Exactly.
be
And
fine.
don't get me wrong, we appreciate that because you know what? They're still offering a service. We still have to eat. We still have to grocery shop. And I mean, I just commend, the people that are getting up every day, still going to these jobs because they know that, it's, we still have to survive even through this. And
Yeah,
even to
so
our government, where we live in Maryland, Governor Hogan, we want to show, we thank you for all that you're doing to help us stay safe and to, help our economy right now, and to all the other governors. I mean, I
yeah.
read every day, and I know it's not easy for them, and they are doing everything they can, but there's a lot of pressure in the government. And I was thinking to myself, I know we have Congress, we have Senate, they have to go in there and they have to vote on these decisions. But just imagine a room full of people who maybe not be politicians, but who are in a position to, to do more. How about, imagine them being, and I know we can't do that right now, no gatherings, but we're doing everything to social media. Couple hundred, imagine a couple hundred people who were millionaires who got together and said, we can take things by communities, because you have ordinary people trying to, setting up websites in communities saying, maybe I can help out with a roll of toilet paper. I have a little bit of sanitizer. But, these are people who, lost jobs too. These are people who still live, who were living paycheck to paycheck and still trying to go out here and do all their can. And I'm just thinking, when we had to raise money for other countries,
Mhm.
that was inspirational globally. And I'm thinking through social media, I believe that we can overcome, the obstacle of, we can still practice the social distancing, but still have something in place to help
Yeah,
just everyday communities.
because that's a entertainment musicians. Let's like I love you guys' voices. Music has got me through some really rough times in our lives. Music is wonderful, and honestly, I don't know the world would be without it. Without a lot of the artists that have made music throughout the years. I said so don't feel like we're coming. Don't feel like we're knocking or anything. I said. But I said there comes a time where just like your voice just isn't enough at the moment. Especially now because like so many celebrities are at home. So many musicians have had to push back their concerts. They're on the internet constantly. They're on the internet every day. They're on the internet doing social media, doing gatherings, and at their house because they're used to that. They're used to that spotlight, so they're doing what they can to get it. And I've seen plenty of Instagram videos with Drake and them and Tory Lanez, and they got hundreds of thousands, millions of people, in watching their videos, like commenting things like that. And it just said, what if Drake just sat down and just said, and asked his fans, how many of you guys are in the best sex right now? Like, how many guys
Exactly.
have
How many,
roses?
I'm looking
And
at.
like I said, we're not coming at anybody. Please get it straight.
No, personally, we just feel like, we would, honestly, we would love to, right now, if we had, $1 million in the
give.
bank, we would, I'm like, there's no better feeling than being able to say, what can I do? Just in my community, just everyday neighbors. I'm seeing, I see, even, we're confined to our porches and our windows, but we're still beset with worry about what's going to happen. What's going to, okay, $1,200, a lot of people are going to be receiving stimulus payments. We get that. But there are some people that are not. I have right now, even in my household, I have, you work, but because, I've had a household and you're still considered a person to be claimed, you work just as hard as I have, but you don't get the stimulus payment. And I'm saying, so everybody doesn't get it. And at the end of the day, the impact is far more than what we can imagine. I mean, just like me, I've had to make the choice. Okay, toilet paper, bread, we need this, we need that. We have to budget, and still, if I see someone if I see someone else that needs toilet paper, I want to be able to do that too. So, but I just think about the fact that, right about now, it would feel really good to just say, take community by community. What do you need in your community? People are trying to make masks, but they still have to buy materials.
Yeah, especially like when you shout out and say, "Oh, this is my city. This is where I come from. I love the people here. I love the fans that come and support them." This is the time to show it. When you're at home right now, you will have nothing to do. You have nothing to do. This is the time to show it. To show these fans that what did Drake say at the Grammy? He said it when he at the Grammys when he accepted the awards. He said, he said if you have fans that come to your concerts in the snow and the rain who are embarrassing situations but still want to go because they love your music. It's like help those fans, help those people, those ordinary people, because like I said, like I said, where would you be without these ordinary people that do support you, that do love your music, that do love You know, that do love your sorry guys, that do love your music, that love going to your concerts, that support every single thing you do.
Oh gosh, we love that. We love music. We have so many favorite entertainers and actors and actresses. I mean, that is just a wonderful, that they all do wonderful things. Talent is beautiful. And to see so many people with so much talent. Even I'm not a big sports fan, but even that talent. I mean, I just love and appreciate talent, creativity. And we always, like to acknowledge people that show so much creativity in their work and bring us, wonderful things to watch, wonderful things to listen to. Because, like you
bring
said,
us together. Like you said, for me and my family, one of the favorite things we love to go see was to see the Avengers movies, and not just because of the superheroes, the action. See, I love just seeing things bring people together. I love just seeing things bring people together. And I remember going through the movies and it's crowded, but everybody's there for that one special thing. It's the same as football games. It's the same as concerts, whatever. It's like these people come together, like I said. So we love talent and we love them things like we love just seeing people succeed. But at the same time, like it comes a time it takes everybody sometimes just to give a bit more. Like I said, I see on social media a lot of these artists or a lot of these people are singing and they're doing the voice challenges, they're posting videos, and that's awesome. But like I said, it's time now. We need more than just your voice. And like I said, I never believed in like, oh, if you have money, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to do anything. Let's get that out there right now. You can do nothing. That is your God-given choice. But because you have the lights in my face, but because you have the ability to give is why we would ask you to do so. Like I say, we're not saying anybody should just because you're famous that you should do it. No,
it doesn't just apply to people that's famous. It applies to anybody who can stretch, a little bit more. Like I said, I understand organizations are getting, money from people, who are in a position to sow into these organizations. But what I'm saying is everyday people in everyday communities, not everybody is benefiting from that. So, to see communities benefiting globally, it would bring that would bring hope and inspiration, because right now it's even when you look out your window or you're on the porch, you don't see it in the faces of just our everyday neighbors or everyday people you have to come in contact with, just having to go to the grocery store. Now it's like, in some places it's like, okay, gotta get this toilet paper, and then you get there. I remember one time someone went to get toilet paper for us, and then I don't know if it was your brother or whatever, but he was like, the person went in front of me and grabbed it really quick. So we don't, you don't want that. You don't want to feel like, okay, I got to get the last of this or I got to get the last of that. I mean, it just creates, like, even though we're going through this, love and harmony and peace and joy, you would still like to see that stuff. And we've overcome many barriers. So just the fact that we have to practice social distance, that doesn't mean we have to disconnect from each other. But, I know that globally and, relief efforts are being done, across the world. But, I mean, it just seems like when you look out the door in the lives of everyday people, the only thing you hear is about the stroke of how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, when are such and such money's going to come out, when I'm going to get this, when I'm going to
just in the last week, there's over 17 million people filed unemployed. Guys, you know how crazy that is?
And then that's why there's these delays, though. Like I told you just in passing, a lady was saying to me, like I filed like weeks ago, and I understand, like I said, there's so many millions of people that have had to file unemployment, even in our house. So we're dealing with the same thing. So, but we do have to wait. It's not easy because we're for, I'm being honest. I just was thinking about that the other day. Okay, I'm like, okay, we got this amount of food to go through this many days. Right now, nobody's unemployment check has come yet. The talk, with stimulus payments are starting to come out. But still, at the end of the day, that is what's going on in everyday people's lives. Where you have some people, we look at, that people, it's easy. You turn on the TV and they're like, that's not their issue because the refrigerator is packed, the mansion is paid for, and right now, and it's not coming from a place of lack or limitation or poverty. It's coming from a place of we're dealing with a global impact, and
we just everybody want everybody to help.
The last 10 years, I have, learned that all things work together for good. The universe does supply, it supplies needs, but you have to be in a place of awareness to know that I don't have to depend on, my dependence is not solely on man. It's solely not on my job. My dependence is on, a higher power in my life. Because I believe in everyone. I know there's a higher power in my life by experience. But there are some people, and even me, during this time, I have struggled with that. I mean, I'm like, okay.
And I want to say, for people like, because I know there are people out the world who don't believe in higher power. And I said, but okay, we believe in each other then. Believe in us as one race. Because regardless of we're different colors, different cultures, we're all human at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And I said we should believe in each other. And that's why I was gonna say, for the people who, like, say, people who give, like, just to reach out and just, to help. And and I know, and it's not just use your money either. Use that star power to get people involved, to get people to care. Use that. If get the people who aren't famous but do have money, do have money to be able to help, get them to help, get inspired people, inspired by your actions, by showing.
And we're sitting here because we're like, what, we dream about it. We sit here every day thinking about, gosh, why can't I do more? I would love to do more. This is at a time like, I'm like, the universe is going to make sure we eat. It's for the last 10 years since I have come into a greater awareness of who I am, who we are, who we truly are, and that we don't have to, just look at ourselves as our only means of help. Sometimes I don't sit back and worry about the day-to-day struggle, but then sometimes, like I said, I'm still coming into a greater awareness of who I am.
Every moment's a lesson. Every
day is a lesson. Every moment is a lesson. You're constantly growing. But when I'm trying, like, I have you and your brother and your sister, and I'm trying to raise you guys. Well, I have tried to raise you to know that, no matter what, know that everything is going to work out for your good, as long as you have a realization of who you are, and the realization that there is a higher power working in your life. So guys, and I know that's not everybody's belief, but that's,
like I said, guys, we're really not. This is all a big lesson. Can we come together?
Exactly.
Can we come together in this moment of crisis to help each other, for those up top, for those from the bottom? And like I said, there's such a what's this, like, dichotomy, or what's the word, like a difference in people at the top and people at the bottom.
That show. Yeah, we're watching the show. It's,
a movie called Platform. They really showed that, how you have the people at the bottom. What he said there's three people in life. He says people at the bottom, there's the people at the top, the people at the bottom, and those who fall. And in that movie, they did a really good showcase. You guys can watch it, called Platform, of showcasing of what people at the top to people at the bottom is, and how people at the bottom are struggling and fighting for everyday things, and how where people at the top, what they consider worry, like the little things, to us it's like crisis mode.
Yeah.
So I think it's just stuff like that. Just shows like there's so many people up top, but let's get this right. A lot of those people started at the bottom, guys, to get up top. And it's like, can you, maybe because you've been up top for so long, but can you not remember the times you were at the bottom when you were struggling, and reach down and lend a hand to those at the bottom?
Because I always think about, like, the jobs, like, police officers and teachers and things like that, and I'm like, and sometimes, I'm not here to judge, but sometimes I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't go on my mind, like, they're not making 6 or 7 figures, but however, you have the responsibility of educating our children. Mm-hmm. You have the responsibility to protect and serve. You're going out there every day risking your life, and then someone can come do something really simple, and, like, they already got $1 million.
That's like for these managers, who builds it? The construction people, mm-hmm. The everyday people who go build these houses.
And I'm sure sometimes you're looking at it like, wow, but anyway, that's not a judgment thing. It's just a fact, just like right now, it's not easy to witness that and know that at any moment the little I do have could be taken away. Yet it's still when I turn on my TV or I flip on my internet, I'm greeted by this person that has so much more, and it's not going to impact them one way or the other. So and that's my point, because the people may be afraid to say it, but it goes through the minds of a lot of people right now. Because you have a lot of people I see who were such great fans of certain celebrities. Now I see them making negative comments or bashing them.
And they're angry because they're angry because they look at these people have a lot. Because, like, it's easier to look at these people who are on top when everything's going good and you're okay, but now everything's going bad. Now you're looking and say, damn, there's such a big difference. Now you're mad and now you're upset.
I paid $100 to go to such concert. Now I don't even want to look at them. And I mean, that is really going on. So what I'm thinking of, but I think like the way we came together for, when we, helped South Africa, when we helped Haiti, it's hit home now. Now we got to come together for us, for this country. So to see something globally, even if it is on the internet, globally, to raise awareness and raise money for not just organizations doing relief efforts, but everyday people doing relief efforts. You got everyday people trying to take their last $5 to $10 and try to help somebody else. So imagine, what if we turned on our internet or our TV and we saw someone who,
someone in a higher position
saying, you know what? I just was able to sow into 20 communities. I was able to provide relief for,
I was gonna help all these people in more.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like
groceries.
It's those things. Because like for us, like people like that, there are people who can buy out an entire Walmart, and that would be nothing to them.
And that would be nothing to them. Then some people, we go to Walmart every day, and it's like we're trying to follow a budget. But so we just really hope, and this is just something on our heart to do. And believe it or not, whatever we can do, we have been doing. And we strive for, we work hard and we strive for success just like everybody else. But like I said, there should not be no judgment, bro, because everybody's gonna be in different places in life. But the glue that holds everything together is love. It's love of love for me. It's love of higher power. It's love of myself. It's love of my children. It's love of my neighbor. That next person. Other people. So I just and that's what I think the glue that's gonna bring us together now is the love. It's love, but also, if you are in a position to do a little bit more, take on a few more communities, take on a few.
We're not asking you to spend all of your money. That's not what we're asking. We're just asking you to give a little bit of the whole lot that you have. That's all we're asking. We're asking you to go out there and share. We're asking you to give a little bit of a lot we have. We're not asking you to go and spend all the money that you have. No, because you work for it. Like I said, this isn't a thing where you should feel obligated. No, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to help, that's your guy here.
But you know what? We have to remember this. There are those people at the bottom who've helped other people get to the top. Mm-hmm. And so when you're still at the bottom, they're at the top, and there are some people, and include. And now when I say the bottom, I don't mean like negatively, but what I mean like we do honor. We have to be honest. There are people who make a lot. There are people who don't make a lot. So people who don't make a lot have helped a lot of people who do make a lot. And so now, I just think it would show more inspiration, more, people feel more inspired, that, everything is going to work out, everything's going to be okay. If we turn on the TV, we hear more about, stay safe, be safe. I'm safe at home, but I was able to pay for 50 people's groceries a day, right in my community, or right in my mom's community, or where I grew up.
Because so many, a lot, especially when it comes to rappers, like again, no judgment, guys. We're not coming by, but you guys claim your cities, you claim your town, you shout out where you come from.
We hear
do more than just shout out. Come on, man, like. In Drake's video, like when it, like in this, what's this 2 slide video, he showed when it started him. So I guess he was showing Toronto, wherever he lives, and everything was empty. All the businesses were closed down. It was like what 10, 20 p.m. and everything was just shut down. There was nobody. It was dark. It was empty. It's like give back to a lot of those small businesses that were there when you grow. Give
the
back
mom
to
and pop shops who been there for years and now they've had to close down. I look at these retail businesses every day and my heart goes out because I'm thinking to myself, even when this is said and done, the rebuilding process, how is that going to go? But if they had some inspiration, if they were able to receive something that could give them the inspiration and the hope that everything's going to be fine even after the rebuilding process. Because there are some business owners who are not looking to reopen. Then they're saying loans, loans, loans. Okay, there are people in a position to help people where they don't have to worry. Because you're going to get a loan and do what? Rebuild, then you have to pay back the loan. So it's almost like creating another situation on top of the one you already have. But at the end of the day, I just would, like to thank each and every person, everyone across the world who, because I know everybody cares and everybody's trying to do something. And to the people going out here every day to still serve, each other, to make sure that we have everything we need. We still, I just saw a UPS truck and I was like, the blessing of being able to still receive
the grocery
your
store
mail.
workers, all the nurses and doctors are risking their lives
every day. I'm
trying to help people who have
know you're thought about, know you're appreciated. Because I do. I think about that's all I do is think about.
To the firefighters, you still have to come if an emergency happens.
Exactly.
To the paramedics, you still have to come. Like
all those who have experienced the loss because of this, we think about you too. And at the end of the day, we just want to say to everyone, we love you, and we're gonna continue, to try to just push inspiration. When we can push dollars, we'll push dollars. We'll push dollars, we'll push inspiration, we'll push a helping hand. Whatever we can do, we're gonna do it. And we just hope that, this will reach people, and even if we start person by person. But if all of us can probably do something a little extra, maybe we can start helping our governments build this economy back up.
Because again, guys, it's not just on the government; it's on us too. These are our homes. Sorry, these are our homes. These are our communities. These are our houses. So sorry about the guys on my washing machine, but these are our places. This is us. It's not just on the government. It's not on Trump. It's not just on celebrities. It's on us too.
As
So
everyday people, it starts everyone. But like I say, there's a lot of us that want to do more than what we can do. But there's a lot of people who can do more than what they're doing. So, and that's just really our message. Let's just try to, push a little harder, a little extra, just for that other person, just for that family that, don't know if they're going to still have their home or their apartment. We don't even know if we're going to still have ours. So we're not saying it from a point of, oh, we're okay. No, we're saying this from a point is, yeah, we're there too. But still, just because we're there, don't mean we can't care or try to help other people. But I would like to just share a little bit. I was telling my son this morning, I said, I would listen to the We Are the World song. It's inspired me so much today, just to hear those voices, but the words still ring true today. And I would just like, to share a little bit of that on the way out.
all right, guys. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys are able to take some inspiration. You guys, this pick you up and this inspired you guys. And again, this. We're not coming anybody. We're not coming celebrity. Everybody works hard. Everybody enjoys to live the life they want to live. We're just asking for people, for everybody, top, bottom, low, middle, around, all around town, everything like that, to just give a helping hand to each other. But yeah, guys, have a happy Easter, and I do believe that things will get better, guys. Keep the faith, keep the hope. All right, Mom. So she's gonna play a little bit of the song to play us out, and then that's you can tell. Like, this is real because there's no editing over here. So again, sorry about a washing machine, real life. So, but yeah, my mom's gonna play a little bit of that. Not too much now, because YouTube is still, don't want to get blocked or anything. But we're just gonna play a little bit. But I hope you guys have a happy Easter, and yeah, Mom. You know how to do it. Oh, and yes, my mom is kind of camera shy, so she won't be in the camera, but I do appreciate her being here and lending her voice to this. So go ahead and play us out a little bit. You're not ready, really? Like,
I didn't know how we were going to play.
See, guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm professional. Like,
I'm coming.
And then we use our phone.
All right, here we go.
We'll do about maybe a couple seconds of it, guys, just to play us out and just hit. If my mom, would help me on here. You gonna play at the beginning, really?
Because I like to be it. We call when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life. The greatest gift of all. And gone. Pretending day by day. So, somewhere is make a change.